Hi, Mark.
Hello. Let's just get restream.
Is there a quick way to get the restream YouTube link? Does it give it you in Ecam?
The easiest
it
thing.
does. Yeah. If you
Oh, does it? The easiest thing I do is I just go on here and it always tells me that it's live now. And away we go.
Sweet.
I have some weird things to watch.
You can talk while I tweet.
Sure. Okay. Hello, everyone. Sorry we are late. Had some technical issues on my side that ultimately resulted in me having to turn it off and on again, and that fixed it, which was pretty irritating / embarrassing, depending on how you want to go for it. But yeah, we are back for our second of our Automation Week live streams. So far, probably not off to the best of starts. We had... I found our last session where we looked at Appium very useful because it actually... I know, Richard, you went off and live streamed the rest of it to actually complete the challenge. But actually what was interesting was that the stuff that you did after that was very much in the sort of WebDriver-y space. Like, I recognised a good chunk of that. So it was seeing the whole getting the engine driver stuff up and running was very useful. But today we are looking at the exploratory testing challenges. Now, this is something that we actually, these are challenges that are taken from our training, our automation and testing training. So we kind of know how to do these in different ways already. So it's a little bit cheating. So to make it a little bit more tricky, a bit more complicated, a bit more challenging, I've picked as a tool that we've not used before. And I have gone for Man in the Middle, or MITM, which you can find at MITM Proxy.org. Ironically, to save time, I've already installed it, and then obviously we wasted half an hour sorting out my audio issues, but I've actually already installed it with brew install. I believe if you're Linux, Windows, it's slightly different. I think, so it's an application, I think, using Python, that acts as a proxy between our browsers and our applications. I did have a little bit of a go just before we started, because I wanted to just sort of get a sense of how it works, roughly speaking. And I'd managed to get it running, but I haven't actually managed to intercept or do anything with any traffic yet. So, our challenges.
Sorry, that's me.
So yeah, Richard is here. We're using Use Together to screen share, which ultimately just ends up with us just stealing focus from one another and driving each other up the wall. So the challenge is test the reporting page when it believes that the system contains 1,000 bookings across 10 rooms. So this is for the application RESTful Booker platform. We're going to use Automation Week 1 for this. So this is messing around with the report page. So we want to make it appear like there's a bunch of bookings in there. And then we have test how well the UI handles error codes returned from APIs. So we're going to try and see if we can send some interesting error codes up. Might start with that one, actually, because I think that'll be interesting.
Sure.
Or find out if the system behaves correctly when the messaging API is turned off. I'm interested to see if we can actually do that with MITM. So yeah, so Richard, this is where I was. I've installed it via brew. It gave me like the latest version of Python 3.
Well, before you say that, Mark, do you want to tell us what your plan is? So obviously you've ended up at a proxy, but what are you actually hoping to do?
What I'm hoping to do initially is, so MITM comes in 3 different flavors. There's, as you can see here, there's the command line, there's a web interface, and then there's Python API. So for the first iteration, I would like to just get the web interface up and get it running and see if we can just do an intercept via there, and then see maybe if we can have some fun with the report.
So that's what I was trying to get at. So basically, Mark, what we're aiming to do is hijack the genuine requests from the RESTful Booker platform, alter them using Man in the Middle proxy, and then trick the website into thinking that there's been error codes.
Yep, that's the idea.
So, cool, all right.
And then there's a Python API. We could maybe, I haven't written any Python in about 10 years, but it should be a laugh. We might be able to do it programmatically. So we might be able to have like a script running maybe or something like that. That may be a bit too far for today, but that really jumped out. I think that's quite cool. So yes, cool. Where have I got to? All I've managed to do is look at the introduction, the installation, and the getting started page. So the installation was just running brew, and it's told me that there are 3 different options: proxy, dump, and web. I was interested in the web one. So if I go here, and what I'll do is I'll make my item a bit bigger. And that loads me up this.
Interesting. Okay.
So I was trying to get this to run with a local version of RESTful Booker, but actually I was having a few issues with the proxy that runs for RESTful Booker with this proxy. So I thought I'd leave it. We'll do it with the deployed instance, but that does mean that we have to do the SSL version. So I believe, yep. So looking down here, we have to install certificates, and this is as far as I got. So
you can see this traffic is not passing through a man in the middle proxy. Nice.
That's not helpful.
Oh, there's a link.
Okay. Which takes you to the introduction. Great.
So SSL. There we go. Quick setup.
Okay. All right. So I have to set the proxy up first, and then click that button. So I'm going to use a tool, a little browser extension that I've got here called Foxy Proxy, which I love. If I go to Manage Extension, oh no, not Manage Extension. Customize? No, sorry. Click on it. Options. So Foxy Proxy is kind of cool. What I can do is I can basically have a bunch of different proxy settings, and then select which one I want to use. So I was having a little bit of a play with this. So I've got localhost 8081 and it's doing HTTPS. I think if you look at the, where are we? Here. If we look down at the bottom right hand here, we can see actually where it's listening. So I think it's actually listening on 8080 rather than 81. So we're going to do that. I'm going to save it. Then what you do is you just select. So I've labeled mine man in the middle. Do that. And you can also, just as an aside for this tool, one of the things I like about it is you can route specific URLs to specific proxies, which is kind of cool. So I've done that. Install certificates to see what happens. Right. Not great.
I missed it as I was tweeting Foxy Proxy. I think you need to trust man in the middle, the actual app, using your certificates. So it's okay that you've told Chrome to use it or Firefox to use it, but if you go back to the docs, you need to actually install the certificate. Not that one, no, but the one that was in the docs before you turned this on.
Let's turn that back on. Try that again. Docs. So certificates.
So it says click one of these. Click to install the certificate.
Yeah. So it says to do this, just start.
Go to the home. So go to that URL, mitm.it. Right. Okay. So that is what we're on.
So I think my proxy settings are not right. I think that's the main thing. So we can do edit options.
Bloody hell.
Listen host. So if I do local host.
Have you have you installed a certificate?
No, I haven't. No.
Well, for Charles Proxy won't do anything until you install that certificate on the keychain. Man in the middle is trying to get you to do the same, but some reason you can't see it.
Yeah, but it's saying.
So I would do it manually.
Ah, la 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 la. Okay, let's click on that. Oh, thank you. I don't really need that. So
go to settings, general.
So it's the CA cert is located in here. So if I do a new Finder window, and we do dot. Aha, cool.
So yeah, install that.
So this.
I think you can just use the pen one. I think that will do all of them. And then you have to find them, which is really annoying.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, double click it.
Trust.
Yeah, whatever it said, always trust.
Always trust. Just give it carte blanche.
Password
access.
time. Yes, Mark's password is 8 dots. Nice.
I will be changing that soon. I mean, so it's not very useful if you don't actually have the laptop, though. Okay, cool. So if I start...
Now I would refresh it, yeah, or restart it.
Yeah, I might need to restart the browser, maybe.
No, that should be fine.
That's
Maybe
not...
restart the proxy.
Ooh, ooh.
I don't know what this is.
What is going on here? Right, let's...
Why does it say 8081 still? Right.
Yeah, that's not...
Oh, right.
Because
so
the web server is listening. Oh, let's open it over here.
Okay, so that's where
Connection
the app is. The
lost.
proxy is 8080. What did you set it to on this little Foxy proxy malarkey? Is that 80 or 81?
I set it to 8080.
Okay. You did.
But it's saying connection lost. Cannot connect to server. Why are you saying cannot connect to server? Oh, is it cause maybe I need... Maybe I need the...
I've just realised I don't have any of the windows open for comments, so if anyone is watching and has comments...
And then let's do that. Okay. Is that it? No, that is not it. Cannot connect to server, no server address given. This is causing all sorts of havoc, so let's turn this off. Right, so if I do that, and let's go to AW1, automation and testing to online. Here we go. So it's saying risks ahead. That's really not very helpful, giving me no certificate and no help. Let's see. Let's try in Chrome, see if Chrome handles it a bit better. AW1.
I'm just reading the docs while you click around.
So this will be
What browser are you using, Mark?
Firefox.
Firefox uses its own certificate manager. Of course it does. World's worst fucking browser.
You really don't like it here. All right, let's do it this way then, rather than doing it system-wide. Preferences, privacy and security. It's somewhere in here, isn't it? Certificates, view certificates, import.
It didn't actually help me with anything though, to be fair.
So I should be able to import that, open that. We don't need to for email users. Okay.
Did you add it in there then? Yeah, well, I wasn't watching, sorry.
Yes, I did, yeah.
Cool.
One. Okay. So that behaved itself. Options. Edit. Localhost. Yep, that's all correct. Okay. That's all set up.
Okay, so is that actually running? Oh, I'm just doing something. Yeah, I think that's running. What does the very first one do? Is that just an icon?
Yeah.
MITM Proxy. Yeah, what does that do? Oh, okay, right. Yeah. Ooh, what happened then?
I don't know. I'm going to try. I wonder. I'm going to just remove.
We're having an absolute nightmare installing stuff. Like our 5-minute rule that we have is just well out the window.
Blown out of the window, isn't it? But I can change it on here. So I can change the proxy here. So this way we'll do a manual proxy 8E8T. Yep.
Just use Charles.
Well, yeah, maybe let's time box this and then see what happens.
I'm going to try and do it on my own machine, see what happens.
There we go. There we go.
On the wrong screen. Hey, what happened? I missed it.
Foxy Proxy. So rather than do it with Foxy Proxy, I went into the actual Firefox settings.
Too many tools in your chain, Mark.
Yeah.
Too many tools.
So I went into the proxy here. It may be that, I don't know, maybe Foxy Proxy wasn't updating these things, but there we go. So I changed it there. Man in the middle.
Foxy proxies. All right, well, that's good. So interesting there that certificates were fine, but you've another tool in the mix that you kind of just assumed worked, because imagine it's worked in the past.
Yeah, and it has, yeah.
It's not being nice today. But anyway, right, you can see traffic. Happy days.
Wicked.
Right, so what page, we're doing the error codes, right? What page do you want to deal with to start with?
Should we start with the root page? I think that's probably a good one, because we know that this takes requests from branding and stuff. So
you know that. How would someone else know that? Using a proxy maybe, or DevTools?
Yeah, well, so there's two options. We could either do the network tab here and give it a run. And if we select XHR in here, we can see that these two XML HTTP requests, I think it is. I can never quite remember what XHR stands for. And if we see the response, we can see some content coming back there. I assume
XHR is an XML HTTP request.
Yeah, I got it right. Get him. So I guess I could go for the start here and I could go /branding. There we go. Lovely. So I can also see it here as well.
Yeah. So how can you now? What options do you get to manipulate that?
I think these are ones that are already been and done. So, but there is an edit here.
I think if you go back to the one you were on, can you right click on these URLs and do stuff to them?
No.
Interesting. Can you click into them? Right.
Just the details. What I think's jumping out to me is this intercept bit here and these options.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So if I could do URL matches branding.
So it's like, it's regexes. Who doesn't love a regex?
Yes. Let's delete. Oh, how do we? Can we?
I think there's a clear button on the left, wasn't there?
Yeah. Delete all flows. Yep. Okay, so we're going to say coming from branding.
Intercept it.
Intercept it.
Okay, well that's working because the URLs have errored, but it didn't let you do anything with it. Oh, it's orange, so I think if you click on it, it will allow you to run it. Okay. No, it's currently holding it somehow.
Okay, so flow.
Oh, I see, right. It's called a flow. So let that one play then. So that's the get. So that's leaving your browser. You should then capture the response. There you go. Click on the response. Yes. And then edit it.
Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to make it think that it's delete the body and change the status code to 503.
Oh, it's not typing anything. Do you have to actually find the code? Oh, it is.
I think I was trying to be fancy. Okay.
Yeah, and then resume. You need to click resume again. Go back to, click resume. There you go, that's it.
And boom. Confirmed that it received a 503 from there.
What actually happened though? Does it look awful?
I mean, it's not the best, is it? Error, missing contact details to render. Error,
Nice.
invalid details. Now, just because
invalid or details missing.
Invalid or details missing from map to render.
That's interesting. Is that the bottom of the page, Mark?
Yeah, that's the.
So it won't even load the contact us form.
No, because the contact us form takes the name and address and stuff from there.
But the contact, that's just how you've built it, though, right?
Yeah.
Because the contact us form.
So we remove that.
The contact us form doesn't use those details.
No,
but the bit on the right.
The bit on the right does, yeah.
So that would you argue that's kind of
shit?
no, that in the context of React, is that a component that's potentially too big?
Yes, yeah. So you could actually make this part a subcomponent.
Yeah, and then only that one would fail.
Yeah, and then you would still get that. For the map, you kind of have to.
You need it because you need to know where to go.
Yeah. Let's try another one because I am curious to see what happens if I do this. So let's clear all this again.
Can you go back, Mark? Just so instead of clearing it, can you leave the filter on as well as the pause button?
Oh yeah, I'm sure you can do that. Yep.
Yeah,
nice. Right, so let's do it again, but this time I want to grab this. I'm gonna let it go there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the response. So this is a tricky thing.
Well, I'm not sure what's happening there.
I think it's because it's gzipped, maybe, or because it's.
Hang on, it says decoded BR. What does that button do? Download the button to the right, or press JSON or something.
That just
that's downloading data. So what if you change it to JSON? Fourth down, yeah, and then edit it. Interesting. So you can't edit gzipped information,
but I can upload something. So let's give that a crack. Let's go back. Oops.
You have to
Hello. That button has decided to stop working.
I think it's because you've not actually edited anything, though.
Let's change that to 201.
Yeah, it did save it. It's just gone a bit weird.
Oh,
so just resume it and see what happens.
Oh no, it's all.
Oh no, you really broke it. I think you broke it when we tried to upload and download again.
Yeah, that's pretty broken. All right, let's give that a crack again.
Oh yeah, you're definitely upset.
Yeah, but I think that's because of the flows. Let's do that. Let's do that. Right. Let's try that again. Yeah, it did let it through. So let's do that again. Because I think this feeds nicely into our next one, which is our report stuff. So we're going to let the request go. Resume. I like that it does request and response. Like some tools you have to kind of say, I specifically want to intercept the response. Okay, so let's have a look at that. Oh, so maybe it's maybe this is an SSL thing or something.
It definitely is an SSL thing, but I know I've had the same problem before and it's been
Can't
resolved.
content encoding BR.
Because that happens in Charles, but you can't even see it in the first place in Charles. So it looks a mess to start with, and then it gets decoded. But really don't know what's happening for you there.
Definitely think I found a bug.
It's not happy with whatever data. Are you sending it like invalid JSON or something? I
don't know. I changed the view and then it goes, nope, don't like that.
It doesn't like the fact it's encoding weirdly.
That said, is there nothing to say? So let's abort it. Let's give this a refresh again. Let's delete that. Let's try this again. But what if, could we just copy and paste it?
Maybe, yeah.
So let's do this. Let's go like that, resume, and just copy and paste this. Go to my favorite website of all time, Jason Lint.
Well, Mark does this. Anyone who's not familiar, like proxies, show you all your traffic, and as Mark's doing now, you can manipulate everything. So we're basically tricking the website into thinking there's been an error. Very powerful test technique, very powerful tool. It gives you, like I said, you can trick the website into thinking loads of things have happened without having to set up the server, which in some cases, why would you ever want to put your server in a state that responds to 503? You're simply not going to do it. So what did you change, Mark?
I changed the latitude and longitude slightly. Yes, that worked.
There you go.
That's a different. That's Bure Valley Path. Oh, that's a little bit further up North Norfolk way. So so you can't do it. You have to do a copy and paste sort of job. That's not too bad.
So we know you've tried 503 before, right? And that wasn't pleasant, yeah?
Yeah, but it did the job.
But is there any other error codes that you believe would trigger a different behavior?
I don't think so. I think they would all similarly behave like that, especially on this page.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
All right, then. Well, what if we try some different errors for bad data? Like, what if we submit a form?
Oh. Okay. You can still screw, but they won't be able to. Okay. I'll have to upgrade use together. So it turns if I make that switch, then it's on my time rather than yours.
Yeah, it did offer me that for another $20, I think. But I think I was meant to tell you just to buy it for $10 because it's the same price. And I never did that bit.
Oops. All right, well, we'll resolve that next time. Sorry, so you were going to ask something.
So what about if we submit a form, or let's do an error code on an actual submit and see if the website behaves correctly? So I don't know which one you want to do, but
should we book a room, see what happens?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm going to cheat here a little bit. I know, obviously, because I've built this, I know that booking.
Just do one more, and then just again, because it's slightly different. Like we're doing a post.
Okay, so let's
and then we'll move on to challenge 2.
Let's take these filters off. Scroll to the bottom, ignoring all that stuff. So let's fill something in and see what we get. So mark that.
Well, not challenge 2. Do you want to play with the command line side of this, or?
No, I think let's continue with this for now, because at least we.
I know you love a command line tool.
I'm not so bothered about that. I'm more interested in the what's the word? Because I think the command line version is just this, but in a command line rather than in a web UI.
Sure.
Cool. So this showed us the request that we made, so we can see a post down here /booking. So I'm going to just make this and booking to intercept, and we'll have a little bit of fun.
while you do this, I think the downside of it being browser based, like the browser base clearly is lacking. Like I think for automated checks, having the API and the command line, but like in terms of something like Charles, and where this interface is lacking.
I mean, the thing is if we do, so I think it's the man in the middle proxy, that one, and we go for another. Which is cool, and actually this is really interesting because you could have this as part of, like, you could just have this running and you've got all of your logged stuff like on your CI or something like that. That's really cool. The thing is, I imagine I've got to learn some incantations here to, like, you gotta learn what the words are and stuff for cool. So I can go through those details. That's nice. But well, let's.
So what is this written in? So you're navigating things and entering them, right?
Yeah. So I think this is Python. This is some sort of output from Python.
Okay.
Although I don't. Oh, Q quits. So I wonder, do I do?
Oh, sorry. I can see your little arrows now moving up and down. Yeah.
So well, let's have a look at the guide real quick. See if it's clear. Because I know what you mean. Like, to have that.
There has to be a benefit of using the command line or the API because the web interface is not any better than the tools, apart from starting it from a command line via a bash script or a PowerShell script or something, and not thinking about it. That's obviously good.
Yeah.
So you must be able to save rules, I reckon, as well in different files.
Well, there is the concept of like config files and YAMLs and stuff, so you can do things that way. Replay, modes of operation. Oh, that's like ways to use it.
What about features?
Map local. I recognise map local.
Yeah. Okay, so you just follow in the commands as you. It's a bit like Wiremock with the way those visualizations were done.
Yeah. Server-side replay. Is there a intercept? No.
Okay, well let's solve on. Let's move on to the other challenge then, and we'll.
So remind me which one we're on now, because I lost that page.
I don't have it either, so I have to find it. I think I just changed your screen.
Is this the report? This is the report one, wasn't it?
One sec. I will tell you very shortly. So challenge number 1 was test the report. Oh no, so we jumped to number 2.
Yeah.
So we need to go back to 1, which is basically giving the reporting page 1,000 bookings.
Okay, let's have some fun with this then. Okay, should we get our favourite out?
Sure. So the report page basically gets sent a response. It just says single API with a load of JSON in it, and it shows all the bookings that are in the system. So what we're trying to see is, in 6 months of use, there's 1,000 bookings. How good is this page? But in order to do that, we need 1,000 bookings, or we need the page to think that there's 1,000 bookings. So how can we generate 1,000 of them? Basically, what Mark's showing is what we're thinking of doing. So we hijack the the response with a proxy, alter the response to 1,000 rows, and submit it to the front end and see what happens.
Yep. And we're going to do this using Mockaroo. And I believe I just do report dot.
So as Mark does this, we're going to use Mockaroo, which is a test data generator if you've never seen it. And we're going to use it to help us basically create 1,000 bookings really quickly.
No, we don't want CSV. We want JSON. Let's preview that. Oh, not quite right.
No, so what you need to do, Mark, is choose report and then date time, change it to an array. I think it's under advanced.
JSON
there you
array.
go. And now you can add .end and report.end, yeah.
Let's cheat with the first one. Let's do the title. Not cheat, but let's do that one because I think that's the easier one. So this is...
So what Mockaroo does is it gives you a load of predefined data sets. So Mark can probably find names somewhere, or
yeah.
I think names or people names or first names. There you go. First names, male, female, full name. You want full name though.
Yeah,
that would do the trick.
Full name.
Yeah.
And then we can do something like this.
Do this plus. Yeah. Random. I can't remember how it goes, but
room plus random 1 to 10. Let's do random 1 to 9 actually. To string. So this is Ruby, I believe.
Yeah, and then that should work, I think.
Go on.
How many did you ask it to do? 1,000?
Yeah, but showing the first, let's just do 10 rows to start off with.
No, I think your formula's wrong. I don't think the random bit's right. I don't think it's the word random.
Is it rand? Let's look at the formula syntax. Always look at the guides. It is random.
Oh, okay. So it must be the...
To string, maybe? Well, let's take this out first. Let's just make sure that it's actually adding...
Might be your quotes as well. Oh, no, they work.
Why is it adding 3 titles to each report?
Oh, because you need to get rid of... Yeah, get rid of that.
Max, minimum elements, 1.
1, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, God, that's still not working.
Oh, it's still doing it as a...
Okay.
So what we got to do? We got to get an array.
Go back to... Yeah, go... I think you just do what you're doing. But I think you're... Close it. Is it there? Yeah, change this array off. Turn array off. The checkbox. No, I can't. No. Down. Next to JSON format. Turn that off. Yeah, left. Left. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. It's massive lag. Yeah, that's it. Try that. Okay.
We're getting there. Is it because I just need to do... Can I just do that? No.
No. You set up the rest of them. I'll have a quick Google for this.
Well, it's by the by, really, because actually what we can do is we can just write that bit and just make it an array.
We can, but it's not meant to be that hard, is it?
I'll do that for now. So we'll do this. See if we can add this randomizer in. Preview that. Oh, can't turn fixed num into string. Sorry, I'm moving up lightning speeds here. So random gives me a number, but I still need to translate it into a string. Preview that. There we go. Room 106, room 103, room 101. Blah, 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 blah. Right, so we need a end and start date. End date and start date. If we turn these into dates, date time, turn that one into date time as well. We need to make sure we've got the right format, so year, month, day, which is correct for that. Let's just preview that. Cool, so we've actually got some dates. End date is Now, this is interesting because, well, we kind of actually want the end dates to be before that. So we could cheat. Let's get a crude version running for now.
Yep.
So let's say this is the first. So anywhere between the first of what's the month that we always see first? October. So 2020 to the, let's say, the 15th of October. Oh, hang on. Is this? Nope, that's correct. Oh no, it is American dates. Oh, curse you, American dates. So we'll do from the 16th to the end of the month. So there's no way that these will overlap. We can do a preview again. Lovely. So we've got our nice sort of, at least they're logical dates, as in there's a start and an end and one goes to the other. So we want 1,000 of these bad boys. Oh, Misa, Mockaroo is the best.
I've remembered how to do it, Mark.
Cool. Okay.
By hacking away. So change the array, add report to the top, and then as an array, and change that from 1 to 1,000.
Ah, I see.
Remove the array from the bottom, and we only want one row.
So we want max elements 1,000.
And then down here, we only want one. So where it says rows, we only want one row.
One row.
We want, yeah.
And then, do I still need to do title.report? Sorry, why is this?
Yeah, report.title, report.end.
Report. We'll do report.title, report.end. Hello, Tudor. How are you? Good to see you.
And then preview that, and we should be happy.
No implicit.
Apart from whatever you've done.
No implicit conversion of string into array. Oh, because.
That changed to
yeah, because okay, so this should be report.title. It's because I edited the wrong one. That's why. So if I change this to JSON array, this should be full name.
Oh right, I see.
I just changed the wrong one.
What are you doing, Mark?
I apologise, people.
Too quick with your typing.
There we go. So that's for 100. Oh no, hang on, I'm confused. Minimum elements. Should I make that 1,000 as well? Let's see what happens. Right. Copy that.
There you go.
And then let's JSON lint that again. Validate JSON. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful.
Is it right at the very top? I'm not sure that the actual whole of the report is correct. Oh no, it is.
That looks right to me.
Yep.
Well, let's give it a crack and see what happens.
What's the worst that can happen?
Right, so let's intercept that report.
Always full of energy, Tudor. Always. Living the dream. Play with Mockaroo all day.
Love a bit of Mockaroo.
Time.
Okay, so we're going to intercept this. We're going to let it go out. Come back in, edit this, paste this in. Hope that this doesn't.
I've lost Mark's screen. Oh, there we go. I'm back in the game.
Hope this doesn't break man in the middle. And resume. And look at that.
Yay!
Look at that carnage.
Woo!
Oh, it's so slow.
Oh, that is disgusting, Mark. Click on one of those 209s for me. Go on a dare you. No, not the 126, the 209.
Where's the 209 one? What's that gone?
One more. There you go.
Oh,
213.
Why not go 213? Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at this.
Look at that.
It's so pretty. But actually, though, this is not this is bad data, isn't it, Mark?
Yes, yeah, because we're not handling
213
booking conflicts,
bed
are
and
we?
breakfast.
So, it's okay, Tudor. It will all be recorded. You can watch it back. I mean, the first 15 minutes are us getting set up, so you're seeing the juicy stuff now. Nice one.
Cool. So, shall we try and get correct dates? Because we've done it before, and I can't remember the formula, but I know we've done it before. So we did, and in the formula for the dates, we did this equals start date plus a number. We somehow managed to keep increasing them.
Yes, so we had a start
Can't
date.
remember how. What was that upper this thing? You were able to basically make the next this use the one from before.
Yeah.
I can't remember how we did that, but it was definitely in a formula. And I feel like I saved it somewhere, but I don't know where.
I feel like I had as well, but I cannot remember. I think it was.
You know what? I'm gonna check Trello while you.
Yes, do it.
Entertain the crowd, and I'll see if
is it my? Oh, so is it just? End. No, hang on. Can I cheat and just say start? I'm just gonna drop this down to 10, so it's a bit quicker to generate. Yes, there you go.
Right, it's not in Trello, so I didn't save it there.
Well, I've got the date. I grabbed it, so it's just end. It's just start because that's the name of it.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens if I do +1.
So you can do +1. I think you have to define one day.
It did it, but it. Oh yeah. It did one. Yeah, it did like 1 second.
Yeah.
Rather than 1 day.
But the formula has helped for this. I remember that bit. It was the bit about making the next one use
day.
The following date.
So can I just do day plus? Oops. Day +1.
So let me. You know what is also funny is that I told myself last time I would post it on the club.
I bumped it. Yeah, it's gone up, but the format's a bit weird.
Oh, that was another problem we have to solve. Yeah.
So we've got so we've got it adding a date. Then we have to change the date format. Format date Ruby.
Yeah, so you do plus days, that's fine.
Oh, it's the struff time.
Yeah, that's the whole DDY thing. That was simple enough.
So you do stir time. So dot stir time, and then we can go with whatever it is that we needed, which was give me the year.
Right.
Where do I get the year from?
I can't find the thing I used last time. I think we're gonna have to work it out.
Oh, there you go. So that's so year dash give time of the year. Then I want where's date 14th. Oops, excuse me. That slash
Or do you want now the actual day?
Oh, no, I want days of the month, yeah.
Do you want 01 though, or do you want the one below with the E? Do you want 01 to 31?
01, yeah.
Okay.
I have no idea if this is going to work. Ah.
So why is it failing? Oh, my field isn't defined.
Oh, could it be because I need to do that?
Why would that do anything?
I have no idea, but... no.
Looks... So perhaps it's because you've got start.
Oh, yeah. That, maybe?
I think you also need to define start or use this, but I don't think it knows what start is.
There you go. Boom.
Oh.
Yeah, it knew what start was because I managed to...
So what's it doing now?
It's taking... So start references report.start and it's adding a day. So let's have a bit of fun with this and add one to... Let's splash out. Let's stay there for 2 weeks. For up to 2 weeks. And then the Strufta Dam.
And is start just increasing by one, or is start staying the same?
So the start is randomly selected by this. Let's change this to 2020 though. So yeah, so I'm randomizing the start date.
Okay. In the space of 15 days.
Yeah, well, let's change it. Yeah, so like a month.
Okay.
And then let's...
Now I get you.
Now let's crank this up to 1,000. Let's preview this bad boy. And while we wait for that to load, let's do another refresh. I'm not going to JSON lint it this time, so we let the response
I'm sure it will
out.
Indeed.
Paste it in. Oops. Oh, there are some errors. Syntax error in formula.
I ended up on the wrong screen. Where are you? Oh, sorry, you're looking in that. I see.
Oh, so if we actually do go for the JSON lint, this is why you should lint, folks.
Oh yeah, that went wrong from the start.
What? Why did that work and now it's stopped?
Because you added you changed the random in, so it doesn't like your random. So the random 1 to 4, it doesn't like it. You should have changed that to 10. Okay, so you're trying to do random day.
Oh, I think I'm... yeah. Yeah? I thought maybe...
So let's... Oh no, my mouse has died. Come back, mouse. Come back. So it's just a random syntax. It doesn't...
Yeah. But that just says max, min and max.
Do you reckon you have to... I was going to say, do you have to change the format before you add the days? But that doesn't make sense.
No, that kind of looks all right to me. Well, let's just change it back to 1 and preview that. Make sure that's still behaving itself. Oh, no. It's not that.
Oh, go back to your formula.
I've broken something, haven't I?
Change it to days. So when you had day, you can't do obviously more than one day. So now put your random back in. No, definitely not that.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure one will work either. I think one will error because one is not days.
Well, let's see what happens.
So try changing it to 2. That's my hunch.
Oh no. Let's change this back down to 10. Well, I think the odd thing is that this is the thing I changed.
So I've got some code here copied by somebody else that they just have plus days. They have exactly what you have. So plus, go back to your formula for me.
Sure, I'll just do that. Yep.
So they don't have the bit at the start, the whole bracket. Are your brackets balanced now? No, they're not, are they? You're missing a bracket.
No, I'm not. That's
So,
right. For
yeah,
days.
Oh,
You tit. It's always the little typos, isn't it? There we go. Lovely.
Boom! Points for Richard and the dance. Doing a dance. You can't see me doing my point dance. That's my point dance, Matt.
I'm so glad we're not showing webcams. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's a lot of data to randomize and process. I think this is the whole idea of like the purchasing the plans and stuff. This stuff goes a bit quicker then.
Well, 1,000 is the max it'll let you do as well, though.
Cool. Well, I mean, let's see what this looks like, but I would call that a success. It's tier of them completed. I have to finish very soon. Come on.
You've broken it, though.
It's taking its sweet time, isn't it? It's also it's going through the proxy as well. As is everything. Top tip, fans and friends. More friends than fans. Make sure you turn your proxies off once you're finished.
No, I think you've broken. I think it's really struggling.
Well, let's just do 10. Just I think it's just
let's just see if it actually works. No, I think you've been banned, Mark. The proxy's not currently blocking traffic, is it? Have you got a flow?
No.
Well, you have a flow, but it's not related to this, is it?
Yeah.
So yeah, you're currently blocking report, but that shouldn't matter. No, something's gone awry there since we.
Let's see if I can download the data. See if it'll let me do that.
Go on, go back, cancel that. You changed the date. No. Oh, do you need a start and end date for your dates, given that you're programmatically working them out?
I think it's just. I think the preview just stopped working because I've got the file. Let's give it another crack. Let's do it.
I tried that, didn't it? Yeah.
Well, while that's trying to do a file. There you go.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. Good for me. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Right.
You're going to JSON lint that. Do you trust that?
Yeah, I'm going to just make sure. Blink test, blink test, blink test, blink test, blink test, blink test. No errors.
Right.
Right, now let's give it a crack.
Because I don't think it will be as poor performing when it's a bit more evenly spread.
Yeah.
And you have just done 1 month.
Also, I realised, and I set it to 2019 rather than 2020. Right, let's give that a go. Oh.
So you're in October right now.
What did I go for?
October, yeah. No, that's still
End 20.
That's not gone yet. You edited the request. Have you played it? It's still got the pause button on it.
Yeah, but that's wrong. It's done the dates wrong.
It's done the dates wrong, has it?
Yeah, because I formatted them wrong.
Fix it.
Oh, yes. No, yeah, I have done the dates wrong. It's done it wrong. It's done it wrong because I told it to do it wrong. Right. Last one.
Last chance.
Last
You've got
chance
2 minutes over, Mark. You're in big trouble if you don't get it. We'll go in.
Okay, let's try this one more time. Right. Refresh.
While Mark makes this work, the challenge is a bit of a misleading challenge in that you just need the focus, the risk is the report page, not the system itself. So you could put 1,000 bookings in the system using an API or Postman or whatever. Of course you could. But we're trying to do it quicker. And obviously if you had the data ready, this would have been like a matter of seconds.
And that demonstrates why blink checks are fallible. Right, let's give that a go. There we go.
It's a bit better, isn't it?
77. I mean, it's still...
Yeah, I think it's because it's just short. Because you just did a month. I think if you did a year...
Yeah.
And randomized it over the year.
And I suppose one thing that's kind of missing from all of this as well is that it's across 10 rooms. So you should only ever have 10 bookings maximum. Yeah. But even then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that's still...
Yeah.
You still have those issues. Right.
Cool. All right. Summary. Proxies, really good for web, especially now with these modern frameworks. Angular, well, not Angular, is not that modern anymore, but any of the frameworks that make API calls from within the browser itself and not client server, as in, the old school, you get everything back in one response. So yeah, we're able to hijack the requests. We can see them all, and then we can start manipulating them. We can change the status codes. We can edit the responses. We can trick the website into thinking there's stuff there. So we are able to do 1 and 2.
Yep.
And that's pretty good job well done. I think we should do a new thing for this, Mark. I think it's a bit... I reckon we do a new thread, but...
Yeah, we can do a new thread.
Actually, cool stuff it. Keep the same thread.
Yeah, so we're not around tomorrow, but if you want to come join us, we're back on Sunday evening. We're going to look at GitHub Actions, which I have done a very, very small amount of, and I don't remember any of it. So it's going to be really interesting to see how we get on with that. From 8 till 9 UK time. It's going to be fun.
Excellent.
Cool. Right.
All right. Enjoy your evening.
You too, and see you all later.
Bye, everyone. Good luck with the challenges.
Bye-bye. Where's it, Cam? Bye-bye. Finish.